Bonjour tout le monde! Hey guys, it's Monday. It is the last school Monday of April. You made it! Way! So we're going to do a couple more things with these direct objects, these object complements. I've got one more thing to introduce to you. Well, a new thing to introduce to you this week. And before everybody kind of gets their panties in a bunch over, well, I didn't get the last part. I know. Of course, I didn't have this idea till like 5 minutes ago. But here's the activity that you guys did um, last week. And by and large, I kind of saw some of the same errors, which means two things. Number one, um, we still need to kind of reinforce why we do this and how we do this. And two, there were a few errors that lots of people made that were really identical. So if you guys are working together on this, um, get somebody who knows what they're doing. No offense, but don't give me wrong answers and all give me the same wrong answers. It's like, no, I do grade these. So, and again, it honestly, when it comes down to it, guys, for your semester grades, effort is going to count so much more than what was correct. And again, you guys have had and continue to have opportunities to try again to make it better. Please keep that up. So don't freak out. Don't go immediately to Google Translate. Don't go immediately to someone else who's got the answers. If you guys have got like a group chat, you put the answers on it. Please don't do that. Your effort is going to count for so much more. I really don't want you guys to worry at all about this. Okay, we'll talk more about um, semester grades and how that's going to work. There is some information out there already, but we'll talk more about that in the next couple, probably once we get to May. So first, let's talk a little bit about the assignment that you guys did for last week. And what I'm going to do, you can see my fun screen here, I'm going to throw in what my answers look like. You can go back and take a look and kind of um, compare and contrast a little bit and kind of see, what were the errors. And I can tell you exactly what some of the major errors were. So if we kind of did this, again, I'm just kind of playing with this while you guys can watch me type. The question is, est-ce que tu me regardes jouer au basket? So, hey, are you watching me play basketball? And I want to answer in the affirmative, oui. Okay, so I'm going to say, oui, je te regarde jouer au basket. A couple of things here as I make a lot of errors when I type. A couple of things to think about. First off, we really have to understand this question. That's going to be first and foremost is, do you guys understand the question? The question is, are you watching me play basketball? If you're answering that, we got to switch stuff up. So this tu that you see right here, and I'm going to color code the crap out of this whole thing. Est-ce que tu me, so are you, those two go together. Tu and regard. Those two go together. Okay. My regard is conjugated for the to form. Me, that's my little holdover here. Are you looking at me? Purple. So are you watching me play basketball? Yes, I am watching you. So the tu, might turn that into green as well. Okay. Je te regarde. I'm watching you. I am watching you. So all of this kind of, it's like the opposite. That's kind of one of the things I've been hoping that you guys are pulling away from this. You know, hey, are you watching me? Yes, I'm watching you. Um, it's not the easiest thing to teach online without you guys literally in front of me going, hey, did I do this right? I miss our whiteboards. I miss being able to go up to the board. You are so smart and you guys be rocking and rolling if we could only be together. So please don't feel bad. This is out of our control. Okay. Trust me, nobody is stressing more over this than me because I feel like I have failed you. And that's hard because this is what I do for a living. My life is teaching you guys and having you guys in my life, and I am not here. I'm failing you. So I live with that every day. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me, and we will get this. My cat is meowing. So that's kind of what we're going to do with these particular ones. And again, if you want to go over it one more time, give it a second shot. That's fine too. Let's take a look at the second one. Est-ce que vous, I saw a lot. This is something I saw a lot elsewhere. You guys understood that meant you, but you guys would use the to form sometimes, okay? We have to keep things the same. So, are all of you waiting for me after class? No, no, we are not. So, non, nous, look how I switched it up. Ne, I have t'attendons pas après la classe. I'm not going to put the accents up there unless it wiggles at me. It's not a huge issue. Oh, it is. It's wiggling at me. See how easy that is, guys? Uh, Tatumba. Après la classe. No, we are not waiting for you after the class. Okay? Suzanne te voit, n'est-ce pas? Hey, Suzanne. She sees you, doesn't she? Oui, elle me voit. Okay? You can say Suzanne, you can say elle me voit. Yes, she sees me. This part doesn't change. We're talking about Suzanne. When you're talking about somebody, that person doesn't change. Okay, that person doesn't change. Suzanne te voit. Put that one in red, even though I don't know how easy that is to see. Oh, I don't want to underline that. I'm just gonna poke at things. I'm having one of those days, guys. It's actually Friday when I'm recording this, and I'm just really shouldn't record on a Friday because I'm frazzled. But I want to make sure that I'm ready to rock and roll for you guys first thing Monday morning. So Suzanne te voit, n'est-ce pas? Oui, elle me voit. That part doesn't change. She sees me. So a lot of this, guys, really does hinge on how well you understand the question and what you're being asked to do. And it's going to come in time. Please understand that for those of you who are choosing to go on to French 3, or if you have to redo French 2, which I don't think too many of you guys will have to do, no matter how you feel about this particular virtual learning period of time. But this is the kind of thing that in the future, guys, we can stop what we're doing and go over things as much as you need to. We'll be able to offer you guys all kinds of support. So if you didn't get it this time, if you don't get it by May the 13th, don't freak out. Okay. There's just simply no reason to freak out. We'll get there. Okay. We will get there and you guys will be okay. That I can tell you. I won't let you down. I won't do that. So hopefully that makes a little bit better sense as far as how we should have been answering those questions. And I'm trying to think, what did I see down here? If you had things like, all right, so vous me parlez. This is another one that I saw a great deal of. So are you talking to me in French? Nous te parlons en français. You gotta switch that one up because we are talking to somebody or someone's talking to us. That way we have to use our opposites. Um, I was just seeing all kinds of stuff. I was saying nous vous parlons. You got to give me the opposite. If your question starts with vous, your answer should be nous, and vice versa. If your pronoun is me, the opposite should be te. We don't go from me to vous. We don't go from vous to te. Okay. And again, it's just going to come in time. But I wanted to let you know those are some of the common errors that I saw by and large through the majority of errors. If you guys made errors, some of you guys are getting this easier than others. Good on you, mate. Keep it up and don't worry. So that's kind of what we got going on here. So hopefully that makes a little bit better sense. You are definitely welcome to try it again, resubmit things. I'm always happy to help you guys out with whatever you need or to do some enrichment. If you think you're just that close, then we got this. So let's move on from there. I'm going to switch my screen. Hopefully, it lets me do that. And we're going to talk a little bit. We got two things to talk about today. First, oh my God, I'm introducing a new verb. What? This is important. Connaître, to know or to be familiar with. I took this from page 228 in the textbook, if you guys have them. If you don't, it's okay. Literally, I have everything up here from the textbook. This is simply if you want to go through and have that, in front of you, if you did have a book with you. So this means to know or to be familiar with. Later on, hopefully by the end of our session here in May, we're going to talk about the difference between this verb, connaître, and there's another verb we know, savoir. We know like, je ne sais pas, I don't know, or je sais, I know. Those are two verbs that mean to know, but we use them in different circumstances. And we will talk more about this. Connaître is used when you know somebody, they're a friend of yours, you've met them, you know this person, or you're familiar with it. Like I've studied something or I've been to a town. It's like je connais Chicago. I know Chicago. I've been there. I can walk around. I can get around in it. Je connais Paris. I know Paris. I can say, I don't think I know anybody famous that you guys would know. And that's really, I don't think I know anybody famous at all. But I could say like, je connais Monsieur Girlcheck. Okay. I know Kevin. Je connais Sagawa Sensei. So these are people that I know. Je connais Senorita Cosa. So people that I know that I'm familiar with, or ideas. I could also say je connais le français. I know like about French. That's not the same thing as saying je sais parler français. I know how to speak French. So there's going to be little bits of things. So for right now, we're focusing on connaître, and it means to know or to be familiar with. And the past participle, it takes avoir. It's an avoir verb. It's connu. Oh, we should go over the pronunciation first. My bad. So let's take a look at this in the present tense. All right, let's do a little bit of repeat after me. And I'm going to pretend that I hear you because that's fun. All right, so here we go. So répétez, connaître. Good. That's your infinitive, and it means to know. If you guys notice, I already moved up. There's an accent mark. I did put that in yellow. You should not write it like that. That's merely for me to show you that it's there, that the French don't spell in colors, just making sure we're clear on this. But there is the party hat. It's our circumflex. Okay, remember, we call our party hat the circumflex. And it's on the I only in the infinitive and in the EL singular form. That's the only places that you're going to find your party hat, your circumflex. That's the only place that it goes. So, but connaître, it's not a regular RE verb. You can't handle this like you would handle rendre or vendre. This is not the same thing at all. So it is irregular, and that's why we're introducing it by itself. So in the je form, to say I know, so I know somebody, I've met them, or I'm familiar with, we're going to say je connais. Good. In the tu form, tu connais. Okay. Remember, we've got the third person singular here. So, il connaît, elle connaît, on connaît. Good. And our plural forms, nous connaissons, vous connaissez. And third person plural, ils connaissent, elles connaissent. Good. Remember, we are not pronouncing that ENT, so connaissent, connaissent. And again, this is one of those verbs where it's a lot easier to hear the difference between il connaît and ils connaissent. Because remember, we don't pronounce these ones. They're not eels. Eels swim in the ocean. Good place for them. But again, that pronunciation will help you see the difference. And again, like I said, it is an avoir verb, means it takes avoir. Connu, connu, can mean known, like I've known this person for a really long time, or in the past composé can also mean met, but only in the past tense. So I can say j'ai connu, it's like I've known this person for so long, or you can also où as-tu connu? Where did you meet? I have a friend. That is Troublemaker. I think you guys have seen her before. There she came back. So who knows? Maybe she'll be back. So connu, that's your past participle. All right. So we're really not going to do a whole lot with that right now. Probably tomorrow, part of what you guys are going to do is you will go to how soon we forgot Quizlet to practice the verb a little bit. And again, remember to get full credit, you guys need to do 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to do 5 of the 7 activities. One of them should be the test as well. All you're practicing is the conjugation. That's all you're doing. So that'll be part of tomorrow's work. The other part of tomorrow's work will be a worksheet. Now, the worksheet is not going to be about connaître. However, you will see it. So it's going to be used tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure that we did introduce it. Now we want to continue talking about our pronoun complements. And again, this comes from pages 230 and 231 in our textbook. I have pictures of them. So if you don't have your textbook with you, it's not a problem. I got this. So all the stuff we've been doing recently has been like to me, to us, for you. So it's all been like we're included in all this stuff. Now we're going to start talking about people. So the three that we're going to use today for this week, we have le, we have la, and we have les. And this is how we say him, her, it, or them. So we're kind of expanding what we're doing. The concept is the same, the structure is the same, positioning is the same. We're just adding in three more words that we can use. We're expanding what we're able to do. So let's go ahead and take a look. I wonder if I can make that a little bit bigger for you guys. Ooh, technology. It's technology delicious. Yeah, I should just stop. All right, so les pronoms compléments, le, la, and les. Again, this is taken directly out of your book, guys, if you have it with you. And if you don't, this is photocopied. All right, in each of the questions below, the noun in heavy type comes directly after the verb. It is the direct object of the verb. Note the form and the position of the direct object pronouns that are used to replace them. And that's the issue here, guys. We're going to be replacing something. So here we, in the first sentence, we say, Tu connais Patrick? So do you know? Have you met Patrick? Oui, je le connais. Yes, I know him. And again, guys, remember, this is how we don't repeat ourselves. You know Patrick? Yes, I know Patrick. We don't really talk like that to each other. Do you know Patrick? Oh, yeah, I know him. French do it too. No difference there. Tu vois souvent Anne? Do you see Anne often? Oui, je la vois souvent. I see her often. With names, it's really pretty easy. I think it's when we get to objects, sometimes it gets a little harder. So here's a couple more. Let's take a look at our plurals. So, tu connais mes copains? Hey, do you know my friends? Oui, je les connais bien. Oh, yeah, I know them well. Tu invites tes copines? Are you inviting your gal pals? Oui, je les invite. Yes, I'm inviting them. No one's inviting anybody anywhere these days. And I'm really just kind of over that. So, our direct object pronouns basically have the following forms. We've got le and la. Both of those can become L' if your verb starts with a vowel. And we'll see plenty of that. Your plural is le. It doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine. It's just le. So, je le connais, je l'aime, je la connais, je l'aime. I know him, I love him, or I like him. I know her, I like her. So that it can be either one. It can be either one. Note that le and la become L' for a vowel sound. And direct object pronouns le, la, L', and lay can refer to both people and things. And this is one of the things we're going to focus on for this particular section. Tu vois Hélène? So, hey, do you see Helen? Oui, je la vois. Yeah, I see her. She's over there. Tu vois cette affiche? Hey, do you see this poster? Oui, je la vois. Yeah, I see it. So we've used la in both of these. But in one case, it means her, and in one case, it means it. But how do you know? We're always going to have something ahead of time. We're talking about Hélène, okay? We're talking about a person. Down here, cette affiche. And note the word set. If you don't remember if affiche is feminine, which it is, set is one of the things that will help confirm that affiche is indeed feminine. So yes, it can mean either her or it. So when you guys see things like le or mon or ton or son or ce, those are all of your masculine identifiers, possessive pronouns, and all that kind of stuff. That becomes le or L' before a vowel. If you've got a feminine singular object, you're going to see la, ma, ta, sa, or set with a double T, and all of those become la. Okay, remember, we're replacing an entire thing. We're replacing it. And again, it does become L' before a vowel. And your plurals, things like les, mes, tes, se, and se, those all become lay when you replace them. So that's kind of the first part of what we're going to talk about. There's a couple of other things here. Just want to go over some of them. We're not going to necessarily work a whole lot on some of these items. We are really kind of short on time as far as the school year itself goes. And I also make sure that you guys are, I think for some of you guys, the me, te, nu, and vous stuff is going to come into focus once we add the la and lay. There's only one more piece after that, and the whole thing will be complete. And then I'll feel better about having gotten at least one thing grammatically done to finish up French 2 for you guys. So Again, these come before the verb. Je le connais. All right. The question is, qui connaît Eric? Who knows Eric? Je le connais. I know him. Tu ne le connais pas. You don't know him. So again, if you guys take a look, we've got that concept of our Oreo double stuff. There it is. So there's your ne, there's your pas. We've got le connais in the middle of it. Your object pronoun is always going to come right in front of that verb. Velcro that son of a gun up there because that's where it goes, whether it's affirmative or whether it's negative. All right, now we will talk later about commands and other things. We are going to treat these the exact same as we did with our me, tu, nous, and vous. In your affirmative command, it comes afterwards. Invite-la, invite her. Achète-les, buy them. Non, ne l'invite pas. No, don't invite her. Non, ne les achète pas. No, don't buy them. Just say bite them. Don't do that either. And do that the exact same way, or in infinitive constructions. And again, we did practice this a little bit. This wasn't targeted, but you did see this. Qui va regarder le film? Who is going to see the film? Je vais le regarder. I'm going to see it. All right. That le has to go in front of your action. It can't go in front of I'm going. You can't say I'm going it to see, but I'm going to see it. Marc ne va pas le regarder. He is not going to go see it. Tu veux écouter ces CD? Hey, do you want to listen to these CDs? Oui, je veux les écouter. I want to listen to them. That's your key there, your action verb. When you've got an infinitive, it's your action verb, the action, not the thing that you want or are going to do. That doesn't get your object pronoun. Je ne veux pas les écouter. I don't want to listen to them. They're probably crappy anyways. All right, one last little thing here. This is going to really take a little bit of getting used to. And again, we'll continue to remind you guys as much as we need to this year, in the future, whatever we need. So there are verbs like attendre, chercher, écouter, regarder, and they take direct objects in French, but not in English. So if you think about it, and I think écouter was one of the first ones that we learned, even in French 1, is to listen to. That to is already there. So it's not necessarily how it works in English, but in French, attendre, chercher, écoute, and regarder all take direct objects. Nous attendons le bus. We're waiting for the bus. Don't translate that for, okay? Thomas cherche son sac. He is looking for his bag. All right. Attendons means to wait for. Cherche means to look for. It's just part of it. In English, it's not. So in French, it's a little different. Béatrice écoute ses amis, and Pierre regarde Nicole. So Peter looks at Nicole. Il la regarde. Elle les écoute. Il le cherche. Nous l'attendons. Right? We're going to use those direct object pronouns. All right. That is all I have for you as far as grammar for today. Now, one thing that, and I'm going to rate this also for those of you guys who probably put me on mute and just kind of roll with it, and that's okay. You certainly may. To me, it seemed like it was kind of a 50-50 split as far as people who wanted to talk a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up an office hour for Tuesday. I'm going to open up an office hour for Tuesday. I've already made this announcement. I tried to let you guys know ahead of time. And what I'll do is I will be available at 8:15 when I see you guys. And if you can't make that, I'm going to have a second session at 2:30. So, I'm sleeping in too, guys. So it's not just you. But like I said, I want to be available for questions that you have from last week or questions you have about this week. So again, do plan on that for Tuesday. Set an alarm. Put it in your phone. Do what you need to do, and make a note to either show up Tuesday morning, 8:15ish, 8:20. Let's say 8:20, or at 2:30. So hopefully that doesn't get in the way of somebody else's slot. I know it's technically after school, but if somebody else has one scheduled, we'll just work around it. I can also do a small group section. If a couple of you guys are like, what about 4:00? 4:00's better. Hey, madame, can the three of us meet with you at 4:00? Just tell me, please. You're not literally, what am I doing? I'm going to the grocery store. I'm trying to find toilet paper. I literally have time for you. I really, really do. And I miss you and I would love to see you. So hopefully I can see your smiling faces on Tuesday. Even if you think you're doing fabulously, you just want to pop in for a second and say hello, I would love it. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday morning and or afternoon. And just keep at it, guys. You are doing a great job, and I'm so proud of you. All right. We will talk soon. Ciao.